welcome to the No Life Show. This is the gaming section. Not too much to talk about. There's a couple of games that we've been playing. Couple games that we've been playing, and just like a couple news stories. It really wasn't too much. A lot of Black Friday stuff, a lot of Cyber Monday stuff, but I don't know. By the time you listen to this, all that stuff's going to be over, so we're really not even going to get into it. So the gaming section is going to be a little bit light today, but there is a bunch of things that we want to talk about on the tech section of this show. Remember that the show is now split up into two sections. So if you want to just listen to the tech section, feel free, or you can just stick around for the whole show. Don't forget to follow us over at Twitter at No Life Digital, as well as Twitch /No Life Digital. And as you can see here on the bottom right-hand corner, our website, No Life You don't know what the name is going to be yet because it hasn't been released. But here's a little sneak preview. I want to load the website up with some content before we go live with it. And I want to get pretty much a good roll of content coming for it. I have another podcast that I will be doing on the No Life website that is basically just me. It was supposed to go on my personal website, but I think I'm going to roll it out to No Life just throw up stuff there. So we'll let you guys know. Just follow us over on Twitter, and we'll let you know exactly when we're going to go live with it. But as you can see, there's a few sections here. We have the video sections where you can see all the videos. Every video that we upload on this YouTube section, or this YouTube channel, rather, it's going to just go up on the video section. And then we have a gaming section, a tech section, a media section for music, movies, TV shows. And that's also all that media stuff will go into the tech show as well. You'll see we have a new segment in the tech show. And then just a blog for just random thoughts and opinion pieces. There's like an underlying theme that I want the No Life website to have, which is mainly more of like a Vice style of journalism. Since we have no sponsors, we don't have any advertisers or anything. We really have a lot of freedom to do what we want and say what we want. In my opinion, I think games journalism and tech journalism has gone really soft. It used to be this kind of underground thing, and now it's turned into this soft industry. And I don't know, I feel like I have this platform now, might as well use it and do what I want with it. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe in another week or so the website will be ready. You will probably get the new podcast before the new website is up. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to roll that out. Maybe I'll do it together. But anyways, before we bring on our co-hosts, actually, let's just bring them on. What's up, my dudes?
What up, Brett?
What up?
What up, Bree?
I love how every time I bring you guys on, there's always a considerable pause.
Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? And then everyone at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like at first I gotta unmute myself, and then I gotta sit there for a minute. I was like, is somebody else gonna say something first, or do I say something?
It's all for that suspense buildup.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what's up? Anything new? You guys have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh man, it was pretty good. I took Bree to my folks' Thanksgiving, so that was all right. And then absolutely nothing else besides that, really.
Was this the first time she's seen your family, or is this like she's seen it before?
She's met my parents, but the rest of my family, that was the first time she met them.
That's always fun. I think it's easier for girls to do that than it is for guys.
Yeah, because when you're the dude, you have like that anxiety that you're like, oh, I'm about to meet their dad.
Yep. It's like, is dad gonna kill me? Am I okay?
Is he gonna fucking hate me, or
And then the drunk uncle, and then like the cousin who's like macho dude.
Yeah. If you make my cousin cry, I'll kill you. That guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, all right. Well, thankfully, I've always been a big guy, so like that's like the only thing that I'm grateful for being a big. It's like I get it's like people are wary to try to intimidate me because I'm literally 6'4" and I'm huge. So if somebody's like
massive,
if somebody's like, I'm gonna kill you, it just doesn't happen to me that much.
You know what? I kind of wonder like because I'm more of like an average height, average weight guy. I wonder if like growing up as a gigantic person makes
What's up?
What?
I was about to say, was I picked on and shit when I was a kid?
No, not picked on, but more like do you ever worry about your like physical safety of yourself?
Like as a kid?
As a kid and just like
Man,
like in confrontations with people.
Oh, when I was sick, I was in 10th grade. That's when I hit about, I don't know, 6'2", something like that. And then I shot up a couple more inches and I was done growing by the end of high school. So no, I've never worried about. The only time that I've ever worried about something like that is I've been robbed at gunpoint, and I mean your physical safety. I mean, like your physical condition doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, that's a little different.
So now you're just a bigger target, is what.
But
you're
yeah,
saying.
if you're talking about like if I was scared, people were gonna try to fight me or jump me or something like that. Yeah, no, I was never.
Yeah,
scared.
I think that what that does, it's like it breeds a different type of confidence, you know, because someone like my size, when I would talk shit, I would have to reap the consequences of whatever that was, you know? And
well, I mean, talking shit is talking shit, no matter what size you are.
No. Talk shit, get hit, mother.
Yeah.
I'm
what's
saying,
that
like,
crappy song?
I'm just saying, as a big guy, like I'll walk around Philly, no problem. I don't worry about anything because I'm a large guy. Nobody really,
who's going to
do anything?
Yeah, I just think
if I was like,
if
I was like, 5 foot, like buck, 100, yeah, maybe I get, somebody think they can pick a fight, but as a big guy, you usually don't get that shit.
Well, I think that's like where a lot of that like, Napoleon complex comes in with like smaller dudes.
Yeah, they feel like they have something to prove.
Yeah, they have like they don't have that type of confidence where a bigger guy, it's just never occurred to them because they're just so much bigger. And there's like this whole thing about, weight in this country and gender and sexuality.
I hate to say it, but almost all of us are overweight.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Well, I mean, according to the older chart, like all of us are overweight.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean is like based off of my height, I need to be like under 160 pounds to not be considered overweight.
Yeah. And honestly, I think those charts are probably correct because I could use a few trimmings.
Like if you were 5'9", if you were over 162 pounds, you are technically overweight.
Yeah.
If you are over 200, you are technically obese.
Yeah,
like,
those
that's
charts
what
are
the
like
chart is.
they look at like the ideal, it's not like there's no like averages. It's like the ideal weight and body type, which is just basically thin muscle and, no fat really.
Like,
but who is to say what's ideal?
Yeah, if you're 5'9", you're like technically supposed to be like 140, and I think the average is like 220.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm part of that overweight group. So
I always wondered about like bigger dudes and how they were like confidence wise, because it does like lead into your life when you get older, more mature,
I mean, there's different kinds of confidence.
Yeah. So I was about to say, like, you gotta, just because you're bigger, it means that you gotta learn different disciplines. Like when you're smaller, or if you're smaller stature and stuff, and you have that issue when you're growing up, you gotta learn how to be more confident. Learn how to either back up what you're saying or
right.
Or if you're a big guy, you need to learn when to just not antagonize people because you know that you can fuck them up, and then you're just a bully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
you also have to learn how to get into a car.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's the struggle, man. The struggle of getting into cars.
My first car was a
two-door.
92 Caprice Classic. That thing was awesome. It was like a fucking huge like tank on land. And then I moved from that to like a 2002 Malibu. And my life was fucked up.
Dude, I'm just saying, as a big guy, if you get into, 4 people getting into a 2-door car, you get shotgun.
Yeah, always.
By fucking default.
Yeah, I never had to call shotgun growing up.
Nope.
That is a good thing. But yeah, I got to trade that off with never being able to drive a Miata. So
yeah, you got to trade that off for early onset heart disease,
exactly.
Early onset
trade
diabetes,
for life expectancy of about 43. Hey. Hey, but at least I got to ride in the front seat.
Yeah, ride in the front seat.
Life's
massive
all about
heart
trade-offs.
attack.
Yeah, life's all about trade-offs. All right, well, let's get into what we've been playing because I've been playing a few things. We could start we'll start off with Wolfenstein 2 because I played the demo and I don't really have too much to say about it because I didn't get too far into the game, but I wanted to bring up this portion of the demo that it just made me realize why I hate demos so much. So down in the bottom, oopsies.
Click here to buy full game.
Shit.
Click here to buy full game. Have you bought the full game yet?
So down here in the bottom, you'll see the gameplay footage. And it's a fun game from what I've played. You get the first mission really, where you're in the wheelchair. It's all glitching out for some reason because Shadowplay sucks these days with G-Sync. But one thing I noticed is that the cutscenes look so much worse than the actual gameplay footage, which is crazy because the game looks beautiful, but the cutscenes look like trash. You can't even tell what's going on here. It's so bad. Hold on. So right now what's going on is like I'm tied up like with this dude, and you just played this like pretty crazy mission where you're in this wheelchair and you're fighting all these Nazis, and then they capture you. And basically this woman is talking to one of your teammates who you know, and she's pretty much going to beat her to death. She knocks her out with that axe. She goes to it, right? Then she goes to like chop her head off with the axe, and her daughter steps in the way. And speaking of bigger people, her daughter is this fat, like Nazi blonde chick, and her mother's constantly picking on her about her weight. And there she is now picking on her about her weight. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the interactions. She like pokes her in the stomach and shit. It's pretty fucked up. And then she tells her daughter, who seems like more of like a softie. Like she doesn't seem like someone that's like a Nazi killing machine like her mother is. But, you know, she tells her daughter, okay, you know, you want to be a real Nazi or whatever. Well, then you're going to have to do this. So then she gives her the axe. And you know something's going to happen because you know that's a main character. Everything's leading up to this point. There's just like a lot of tension, a lot of family tension. And then she takes the axe, she rises it right above her head. And as soon as you think it's going to happen, boom, you're hit with, to continue, please purchase the full game. And I was just like, damn, they couldn't give me that mission. I just wanted that one mission. Please let me finish that mission. So I think it's actually a pretty good way to get me to buy the game because now I'm intrigued, and I think you can pick it up right now for $25, which is super cheap. You know, it's a $60 game, and it was really fun. It's definitely a good-looking Doom-esque shooter. I don't know. I'm into it. I like these kind of games, story-driven first-person shooters, and this one seems like it's not going to disappoint. I hear good things about it.
It seems like it's going to be like one of those games that's critically acclaimed, but commercially doesn't live up to the expectations of the company because it hasn't sold very well.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're really going for this like $25 thing.
I also
plus the free demo. Not a lot of games do free demos anymore.
I'm also interested to see how many people are just waiting for like the Switch release to support it because I feel like a lot of people who own a Switch are going to buy it. One, because the library for third party to show support, and two, I mean, Wolfenstein 2 on the go. That seems kind of cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me, there's not free demos anymore? What?
Not the one that there used to be.
They're not coming out with demo. Okay.
I thought not getting PlayStation discs anymore.
Yeah, no, I thought you meant that they were coming out with demos, but you had to pay for them. I was about to say, fuck that.
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, the closest thing you get to demos these days are like open beta.
Right.
Yeah, no,
that's what I do is I play the open beta demo.
The Steam that Steam
the early
2-hour refund.
Oh, true.
Yeah. That's Steam, you have 2 hours to beat it.
According to Bethesda.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna pick up the new Colossus and rip through it because it's only $25 and it seems like a cool game, and I'm always into these type of games, so I think I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, if you enjoyed something like Doom, if you enjoyed something like Doom, especially since this last sale, the summer sale, I think, Wolfenstein 1 and the DLC were so damn cheap. that I think pretty much all of us picked it up. I picked it up.
Oh, they're great. They're also like the original reboots really great. Yeah.
Yeah, they were so great.
I hear that Doom on Switch is actually a terrible port.
Ooh.
I hear it's not a good port at all.
That sucks because that's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a really good game.
That is one of those problems though. Like that's why I don't like I agree with you. I think a lot of people are going to buy this on the Switch, but I wouldn't personally.
Well,
because these kinds of games are like, no, dude, you want a $3,000 PC that's going to be like
60
4K and glory because they're usually beautiful games.
Well, not only that, but I mean, keyboard and mouse is hard to beat when you play a twitchy first-person shooter.
Yeah, that too. But usually, like the first of the reboots and then Doom and stuff like that. I mean, they're gorgeous games, and I want to push that as hard as I can because they're just mind-blowingly gorgeous.
Yeah, I just don't think I like it. I like the idea of them porting those type of games over, but in reality, it's just not going to go well on a tiny little controller on a tiny screen. It's a different type of game, different type of experience. I don't know why it looks like maybe because it's 1440p footage, but it's like it plays fine when I'm not recording it on OBS, but when I start recording it starts glitching. So I guess it's not the recording. Anyways, so I don't know. I'm gonna pick it up and then I'll give you guys more information about it once I got that. Another game I want to talk about is Assassin's Creed Oranges. Assassin's Creed Oranges.
That you buy in the Origin store.
Origin store. Can't talk. Now this game is it looks like the Elgato footage is running well though. That's weird. Maybe it's MKV footage. That's what it is. I'm gonna need to start recording in MP4.
Yeah, that's so dude. H.264.
Yeah.
MP4 every time.
Yeah, that's the standard, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so Assassin's Creed Oranges, awesome, fun little game. It tries a lot to be Witcher 3 with like in an Egyptian setting. Unfortunately, it does not have the type of detail that Witcher 3 has. And I think Witcher 3 has fucked me up in terms of these type of games, because that's what I expect now out of these type of games. I expect an immense amount of detail, side quests galore, so much shit to do, an excellent combat system. And if it doesn't live up to it, I just feel like playing Witcher 3.
That's my problem with how they started going, and it's what I bitch about with Call of Duty. It's because they went to that yearly release schedule. So like The Witcher 3, they had to spend 4 years and they could add everything. Right. Where now you're trying to just spit this shit out as fast as possible. So it feels like it. You can tell. That's why the first couple were really good. They took their time on them. Yeah. And then they just started pumping them out like candy. And you're like, oh, this has half of the features it used to.
Yeah. I will say, one thing that surprised me is the size of the map in this game. It's fucking gigantic. This is a huge game, which is awesome because
is it full of stuff though? Is it full of stuff to do like The Witcher? It's
full of stuff. It's definitely full of stuff. Is it full of stuff to do that is like impactful and fun and leads into the story where every mission intertwines with all the characters? No, it doesn't do that. But it is full of stuff, and it's full of like regular missions, tracking missions. What are they called? Where you go and you have to take over a base or something like that. Conquest.
Was it escort?
There are escorts. They're definitely escort missions.
Fucking hate escort missions.
I mean, I hate to compare games like this to Witcher 3 because I think that's really unfair because The Witcher 3 is a fucking masterpiece. But I mean, in The Witcher 3, even all the side missions felt like you were doing like important stories. Like it felt like contained stories, and it felt so gratifying. And then to go from that to like just shitty escort missions that I don't care about.
It sounds to me like Skyrim. Like not Skyrim, but like once you beat Skyrim and then it's had infinite replayability.
Yeah,
where so like just the missions were just whatever. Like you're doing this. Like that's what it sounds like. Is like, just stuff like that.
You're walking.
I will say it's a little bit more involved than that.
Okay, that's good.
and they are all, a lot of the cutscenes are acted out. There's a lot of voice scripting. So I mean, they did put a lot into this game. It's just the combat isn't nearly as good as Witcher 3. And I think these type of games need a really good combat system. Like work on that first and then develop whatever else you want to develop. Because the combat system, what ends up happening is there's only like a few different types of weapons, but there's tons of like variations of those weapons, but they all feel the same because you're pressing 2 buttons. You know what I mean? You're pressing 2 buttons and you're doing the same type of actions and the same type of maneuvers. And that kind of gets stale. So if you're going to counteract that, you need really interesting side missions and really just a really interesting story. The story's okay. The setting helps me stay into it though. I do like an Egyptian setting. I think that's pretty cool. You got Cleopatra in there, and you know, you're trying to you're just living in this like Egyptian, I don't know what year, what exact year that is, but it's pretty
the
far
concept
back.
The concept did seem really cool.
Yeah,
like I agree with that.
And this is from someone that was never into Assassin's Creed. I played the first one for like an hour. I just never got into those games. But I got pretty far into this one. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. It's just not holding me on like that. Maybe I will down the line, but I don't know. So far, it feels like I've already done everything that I needed to do, which is unfortunate. A lot of games are making me feel this way. Unfortunately, it's to its detriment, because it is. I can see if you like Assassin's Creed, you're gonna like this game. If you're a Witcher 3 guy, I think you might be a little disappointed. That game just
sounds like the Assassin's Creed problem, though.
See, I liked Assassin's Creed 2 a lot. So I mean, I'm gonna play this game only because I got it for free.
Yeah.
With the purchase of the i7. So
yeah. I think you're gonna like it. I don't think you're gonna love it. I don't think you're going to finish it. I don't think you're gonna like it that. Yeah.
It'll probably just be exactly how Assassin's Creed 3 went for me. Played it for about 5 hours and was like, yeah, this game's not good.
Well,
that's
to be fair, Assassin's Creed 3 was actually by people who actually like the franchise. It's voted like one of the worst ones.
Yeah, you know, it's hot. It's hot fucking garbage.
Yeah. No, I think you'll like this one a little more than
time,
that.
though. Just like, because like this setting's really cool. The one they were setting up in France, like that was a cool setting to me too. Like they're having some really cool settings, and then there's nothing to do in that.
Well, they just don't.
That's what lets me down.
Italy was the coolest setting so far.
They just don't really give you enough to do. Besides the main story, they don't give you enough to really dive into those settings where
because like
you're not building relationships and everything just feels like you're going through the motions. And if they had another 2-3 years of development with storyline and real deep character development, the game could be amazing with a shitload of awesome different type of loot. Where this one, everything kind of feels the same, everything swings the same, and you know, you're kind of just, I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna throw that out there. Whoever's choosing the setting, you're doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
I hope your team does better, because you are choosing really cool settings. I think. I wanted to play the last ones.
Yeah.
Ancient Egypt seems like the perfect setting for not just, you know, history stuff, but like puzzle solving with pyramids. Like
yeah.
No, yeah, but it's a cool the puzzle solving with pyramid sounds good, but a lot of Assassin's Creed's, I don't know, environmental
parkour and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't imagine that there's many. Are there many like tall structures that you can jump
that pyramid onto the Sphinx?
No, that is what's cool about this game, is that they do that right. Like, all right, so a lot of the missions is you have to go in, you have to take out the enemies and leave, right? Before anyone finds you. So when you're on a roll doing that and you're in there and you can like, you got a weapon that you never really used before. So you're seeing all these awesome animations and you're learning how this new weapon fights and you're kicking ass. And then you got to run across the city and you're jumping across rooftops and sliding around things, jumping through windows. Everything feels really fluid. They definitely do a good job with like fluidity with the controls. He moves exactly how you want him to move. Camera work is great. Then that's when everything starts to click. It's just, it all falls apart around that. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of those moments from what I've been playing. And a lot of the enemy AI is just stupid. You can pretty much get by this game by just hiding in bushes, knocking. So they go, what? They walk over to you and you choke out. You can literally do that to every enemy in this game.
So
you could do that to
Metal Gear Solid?
captains. You could do that to captains in this game. So you could go in and just jump through a window, hide behind a captain, knock. He'll go like, oh, what's going on? Walk over to you. You choke him out. You loot the box. And then you don't even have to finish that mission. You've already completed it. And I think they need to fix that. That's a little bit stupid because it's way too easy to do that.
Well, I mean, it worked for Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 2, so
yeah, but that you couldn't. There wasn't really like captains in there. You know, those were more just like set pieces. Those fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was
cards.
more Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So overall, it's an above average game, and I think I don't know who would spend money on this game, like extra microtransactions and stuff like that. I don't know what the Assassin's Creed community thinks about this game. I don't know if they're super enthusiastic about it, but I've enjoyed it so far. And that's pretty much it. I'm not raving about it. I don't hate the game. I do wish that a lot of it, I wish there was a lot less filler and more just intent and quests and loot and stuff like that. I just wish they had a little bit more time to do that, because then it could have been a great game. And also maybe a more complex battle system. It all just feels very button mashing. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this game. I want to know your thoughts when you play it, Doobie. I want to know what you think about it.
I'm probably gonna just keep in mind my favorite Assassin's Creed, which is 2, and compare it to that.
Yeah, I would just go into it and just see how you like it. The main character, he's cool. He's very boisterous and he has a lot of I don't know, he's very macho, and it's kind of cool to be a guy like that and just kick some ass. I don't know how the other guys were, but they were more like soft spoken, right? And they were more stealthy type of dudes.
Assassin's Creed 2, which was, like I said, my favorite, was, what's his name? Ezio, yeah.
Ezio.
He had real, because you followed him not just like at the beginning, but like before he was an assassin, finding out his family's history, becoming the assassin, and then like later as he got older, he had really, I think, really good character development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main character here is pretty cool. Nothing. He's no Geralt of Rivia, but it's pretty good. When I was playing it, I just felt like, damn, man, Witcher 3 really fucked me up, because
just setting yourself up for failure. How would you compare?
I was about to say, you were just playing, you're like, God damn, I just really wish I was playing The Witcher 3 right now.
Yeah, or really, I was like, I really wish that this was as good as Witcher 3. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it just had that.
Like every RPG, though.
Yeah, it's fucked me up, man. It's fucked me up. It's really hard to compare to anything to Witcher 3 because it's so good of a game. All right, anyways, let's get off this. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give it a 7. Man, I mean, 6 3/4 out of 10. All right, Pocket Camp. Assassin's Creed Pocket Camp. No,
hell yeah.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Have you guys played it? Who's played it here?
I know Jerry has. I haven't yet.
You haven't?
So just me and you, Jerry?
Yeah, I have not done it yet.
Doobie, what are you doing? I thought you'd be the first one on that shit, dude.
I'm surprisingly, like, I haven't played Animal Crossing since the original GameCube one.
Oh,
I know. I've thought about buying New Leaf, and then I didn't buy it.
Why, dude? You should. It's still a good game. You should still buy it.
Dude, my buddy's grandma still plays the original GameCube one to this day.
Why haven't you gotten it, Loco?
Me? Yeah. Just because no time, and I still have to, like, I don't know, clear up stuff on my phone, so I can have space. That's the issue with my. That's probably the only reason I would get a new phone at this point. I don't even want a new phone. Like, I could keep that phone until it the screen cracks, or 2-3 years down the line. I feel like I'm just so outdated, but there's just not enough memory on it for me. So I should probably just upgrade phones. That's what I should do.
You should definitely do that.
And get an Android.
Yeah. It's all right. How do I talk about this game? I'm addicted to
animal.
this game.
You are
to this
addicted.
game.
Yeah.
I play it in the morning and I play it at night when I'm watching like the news or watching TV. And I play it for about maybe an hour during those time stretches, and then sometimes throughout the day, like if I'm taking a long shit or I don't know, like a lunch break and I'm bored, I'll play it in there too. But while I'm addicted to this game, I fucking hate it. There's really nothing to do in this stupid fucking game. It's so dumb. And I thought Kate would be into it, and I downloaded it thinking Kate would be into it because I thought she liked the first one. She told me she didn't. But she never got it, so I'm playing it by myself, and I have like 25 Japanese friends I know nothing about.
Yep.
And I'm
Dude,
trying,
wait,
and I haven't done the
falling into
quarry.
the mobile gaming hole.
I haven't done the quarry. You need like 5 friends.
You need
all
5.
to
So
learn
every time you run into someone, you just instantly friend request them so
Yeah.
you can go to the quarry.
And I've never done it with someone. I've only spent money to do the quarry or the game bucks, whatever they call it.
Leaf bucks.
It's not Animal Crossing in what you think it is. It's not
It's
the same
very
type of game.
yeah. Like it is, but it's definitely very dumbed down.
Yeah. Almost to a point where it's like really dumb. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you go into the area and I don't know, what's the first thing that you have to do? I forget.
I mean, is it set up like a Animal Crossing game? Like you create your avatar, you move to the town, Tom Nook gives you the house, and you got to pay him back. And
Sorta. You don't have to pay him back instantly because you get a campsite.
Yeah.
It's all based on camping. So you get a campsite and you're trying to get everyone to come to your campsite instead of like the town.
You build a big ass campsite, and you also have an RV camper, and then you can upgrade your RV camper to like an RV with 2 levels, and then you can take a loan out to do that. And the loan
holy
is
shit,
like,
this is like fucking Animal Crossing Trailer Park Edition.
Kinda.
Dude, it's the Trailer Park Boys of Animal
yes,
Crossing.
that's
Yeah,
exactly
dude,
what
like,
it is. And your whole goal is to just
when's
build a
the
big ass
Gypsy
camp.
DLC?
And like you have to invite all these stupid looking animal dudes. Like there's this one bear. What's his name, dude? I forget. But he has like these sunglasses that it makes me so mad every time I have to look at his dumb face. Let's see if I can find him. I think his name is like Bob or something stupid. But
Dude, I just make sure I get all the cats.
Jerry is legitimately playing it right now.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
really? It's addicting, dude, because it rewards you so much. Like they just keep giving you shit, and there's always like it rewards you with the dumbest shit. Like it doesn't feel rewarding. It's just because you can unlock things all the time, and you're constantly leveling up, constantly getting money. It just keeps you clicking, dude.
The biggest problem is it doesn't have. It does, but it's a very basic. It's a basic way of the main point of Animal Crossing. Because the main point of Animal Crossing too, or like a huge part of it was always like build your house and like get everything, to make your house look really cool, exactly how you want it in your character. And you can do that, but it's very limited in comparison to like a traditional Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Like there are always a vendor, but they're selling 3 items of clothes and 3 pieces of furniture every couple hours. And that's all. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you can craft stuff for your campsite, but like the way you acquire all of your stuff to like make it look really cool is a lot more dumbed down and basic.
You have to level up in order to unlock things to craft for your place. So the way you level up is by friending other dudes in the camp area. And there's like every time you level up, you might unlock a new guy who you can meet and do requests for. And the requests are very simple. It's like, I need 2 lemons, a lime, and a fucking coconut. And then you get it for him, and then he'll immediately ask, okay, now I need this, this, and this, and you probably have it. If you're constantly collecting things whenever you go to a section of the map, which was only like 4 sections of the map, which are literally maybe 10 steps long. Like they're super, super small portions of these maps that like one area has 2 trees and a river, and you can fish for like 4 different fish. And then shake down 2 trees and get the fruit. And that's it. That's one area of the map. And there's only 4 of them. And your goal is to figure out how the fuck you're supposed to get all these things to all these stupid animals and upgrade your camp in the shortest amount of time possible. But for some reason, I can't stop
It's like
clicking.
you're describing a mobile game.
Oh yeah, it's 100% a mobile Animal Crossing. I mean, they did a good job if that's their goal. But
no, they did do a good job, and I have never felt like I had to spend money.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's free, and I never felt like I had to spend money. At least not yet. And I don't think I'm ever going to need to, because I don't know where they think to make money. Maybe they're gonna start holding back on things, or maybe there's updates down the line that they're gonna hit us with, and they're gonna be like,
right now,
it's already doubled the downloads that Fire Emblem Heroes has, and Fire Emblem Heroes has made them some decent money so far. So
right now, most of the money is to go to the quarry and get limited special collectibles. Like one of them is you can spend money to get like Casey's chair, the dog who plays songs and stuff, and then he'll show up in your camp. Like that's really cool, but they put it on a limited timer, which normally sounds terrible, you know, like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to spend money to get this. Well, they shower you with the in-game currency you can buy, so you don't have to get the in-game, you know, you don't have to buy it anyway. And then, oh yeah, he's for sale for 45 days.
Yeah.
So and you never feel like you have to spend money to get the like cool stuff, but you totally can if you just want Casey instantly and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think the game doesn't really start to open up until maybe around level 8, 9, 10. And that's where you really start unlocking a lot of the cooler items, and you know, you start to amass this friends list, and then you can start doing like the market box and stuff. But I've only really caught like 5 different rare items, and I've been playing it for a few days now. There's not that many rare things.
No, but I've been lucky with them, so I'm just being that asshole who's putting them in a market box for 1,000 bells, trying to drive that price up because I keep getting them.
Did you get the Emperor Butterfly yet, the blue one?
No, I haven't gotten that one, but I keep getting all of the cool. I have like 6 of the horned beetles that are rare.
Yeah.
And then some of the fish, I have like 10 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right.
What else I don't like about this is that like the higher level you get, the animals, you unlock new animals, but they aren't like more difficult to get items for. They're just sort of a new guy. Yeah,
but they are harder to get to your camp because you have to raise them to a higher friend level.
Yeah, that and their items are a lot more expensive, and they take a lot more time. So I can see if you're someone who wants to get to level 40, I think is the cap right now, as fast as possible, you could probably spend about 20, 30 bucks and probably get there pretty quickly. Or you can play it normally and you'll get there. You know, it's pretty well balanced in that way. I just hate it because I hate the fact that I play this stupid fucking game.
You want more. You want it to be Animal Crossing.
Yeah, and it's not. It is not Animal Crossing. At least not what I know Animal Crossing as. You can't dig. I really was expecting to be digging around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no dig. There is in the quarry.
They did do fishing really well. I will say that.
Yeah, fishing.
I wasn't sure how they were going to figure out fishing well, and they did that really well.
Yeah, even though you can only catch like 4 different fish.
Oh, you can catch more because you got to swap between the ocean and the river.
Yeah, you got to swap between the ocean and the river, the seasons, day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Maybe you can catch 6 or 7 different fish. I just hope. I think it's going to be a game that they keep updating though. So I think it's going to be a game that I'm just stuck in it, man. For some reason, it's so charming and it's relaxing. Maybe that's why I like it. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely is that. It's a good way to just kill some time too.
I'm definitely interested in Stardew Valley. Is that the one that you guys were recommending?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You need to buy.
Just pick it up, man.
Seriously.
I'm gonna get it now. Maybe I'll just trade my Animal Crossing Pocket Camp love for Stardew Valley.
Stop waiting and spending all this money on all these $60 games when you can buy a $15 game for your Switch that you're always complaining doesn't have enough games yet, and we're not going to see you for 3 weeks.
All right,
yeah.
I get it.
So it's like, you know how Animal Crossing, even the full-fledged titles of Animal Crossing, it's time gated, where unless you want to fuck with your 3DS internal clock. Right. You have to wait.
Which you can do really easy.
Yeah,
just saying.
You can do that. But I might actually start a new Animal Crossing game and just fuck with the clock because I've never done that really, but you can do it. Anyway, It's like that, except you don't have to fuck with the clock because you can just keep going. You sleep in the game and change dates in the game. So yeah, you just really need to pick up Stardew Valley.
I'm gonna get it. Maybe I'll get it tonight.
You've been saying that for like 3 weeks now, 4 weeks.
Like seriously, buy it for your Switch, and we won't see you till Christmas.
All right, I'm gonna get it tonight, and I'm gonna come back next week with a review, whatever review of how many hours I've played of it, and let you guys know because I'm finding out that I am enjoying these fucking corny ass games, dude.
Dude, they're not corny. They're just like easy going. It's like they're not like high octane, high action games. You just play them just to relax, and they're really fucking relaxing and addicting.
Yeah.
No, you play all the high action games during the day, get your rage out, and then when it's time to go to sleep, you just pop this on for an hour instead of a movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking I'm gonna go home, download Stardew Valley, drink about a half a gallon of G Fuel, and just rip on some Stardew Valley.
Just fucking
use code NL for 7% off at G. No.
Code no life. Yeah. All right.
No life 7 for 7% off. NL 7 for 7% off of Jeep.
All right, we got a funny little thing. Okay, so on the screen down below in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see this says Pokemon Go Death Tracker. There's been 15 deaths and 55 injuries since the game has been released. Head over to PokemonGoDeathTracker.com if you want to know the latest on the deaths coming out of Pokemon Go. Now, I saw this because there was an article that was talking about, or there's a paper that was talking about how Pokemon Go is very dangerous of a game, and it's because a lot of people are playing this stupid game driving, which is so dumb. Don't do that.
Which is user error. That is on the user, not on the
They
product.
tell you not to drive, right? Don't drive and play this game. Yeah.
They actually made it so that if you were moving too quickly, nothing would spawn.
So how did they get by it?
Hopefully common sense would tell you not to use it while you drive, Wayne. This is natural selection at its best right now. This is Darwin Award shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're driving and and this isn't even anything new. Like I saw an old ass when Pokemon Go first got big and it was like really big there for a minute. I saw a video of one guy just like driving around and he had like 2 phones and he was like just looking for you know what I'm talking about, Doobie. You got your head in your hands. You know what I'm talking about. The dude's just like driving real slow and he's trying to do a tutorial and somebody's taping him. And he's like, and this is how you do it. And he's like just driving with like double-fisted phones. I was like, man, I really hope you drive off a bridge, man. I hope you drive off a bridge and your car flips and you drown slowly because we do not need
and then
like
his family will
world.
sue Nintendo.
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
and probably win.
If it's on the user terms of service, he's got no chance. Not against Nintendo's lawyers.
Nintendo, Niantic, and the Pokemon Company, because it's all 3 of them.
Oh yeah, they got some hotshot lawyers on that team.
I mean, you may have a little bit of money, you ain't got that Pokemon money,
right? Yeah. So here the abstract of this study, which was done by Mara Fascio and John McConnell, of both from Purdue University, based on detailed police accident reports for Tippecanoe County, Indiana, and using the introduction of the virtual reality game Pokemon Go as a natural experiment, we document a disproportionate increase in vehicular crashes and associated vehicular damage, personal injuries, and fatalities in the vicinity of locations called Pokestops, where users can play the game while driving. The results are robust to using points of play called gyms that cannot be used to play the game while driving as a placebo. We estimate the total incremental countywide cost of users playing Pokemon Go while driving, including the value of the 2 incremental human lives lost, to be in the range of $5.2 million to $25.5 million over only 148 days following the introduction of the game. Extrapolation of these estimates to nationwide levels yields a total ranging from $2 to $7.3 billion for the same period. So they basically showed exactly how much money they think has been lost, or has been cost.
So we can finally fix our debt.
So we got to just delete Pokemon Go from everyone's phones. Now I don't know exactly. I don't think that is why. Like, I think the causation is wrong here. It's more about these people are going to do something like this anyway. Whether it's Pokemon Go or for something else, I don't think you can blame Pokemon Go for these people's.
Plenty of people text and drive all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's fucking awful. I am a huge proponent against it.
It's that, but it's also like, okay, you also have to go through that hassle of proving they were specifically playing Pokemon Go and not also texting or calling or watching YouTube or Twitch
watching
or
porn,
FaceTime, or
if you don't think people watch porn when they drive, they do.
I haven't seen that, but all right.
I used to pump gas. I've seen it.
All right.
Well, I mean,
I have seen people just pop up FaceTime like no problem, just like while driving. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, to be fair, FaceTime is on a different level than it depends on what you do on FaceTime. Because if you're popping up FaceTime and you're like actually looking at your
look at me, I'm driving my
yeah, dude. Like if you have like your phone out and you're like talking like, hey, yeah, I'm on FaceTime, and you're looking at your phone, then yeah, that's fucking stupid. But like I'll FaceTime Bree sometimes and she'll be driving and she'll have like she has like her little phone cradle or something, and she'll put it in her phone cradle and she'll be watching the road. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like I mean, at that point, I don't know why we're FaceTiming instead of me just calling and her just like having.
Because you want to look at your baby girl. You want to look at that baby. Do you think
look
we're
at that
going to
pretty face?
A point where we figure out a technology where you can't use your phone and drive at the same time? We think we would ever implement something like that?
No, because Apple just implemented a little while ago, I think in an update, maybe a couple updates ago, a couple months ago, they updated a new keyboard that makes the keyboard smaller and easier to use with one hand. So it's kind of like they're half-ass promoting.
Well, they also implemented that other thing where they we don't want you
texting driving, but hey, your big phone. Get that keyboard real small. You can use it with your hand.
They did that also for the X because people with small hands were really complaining about one-handed usability with some of their larger screens they're coming out with now.
Yeah, but I mean, with Face ID now, you have to actually look at your phone to unlock it, right? So we're going into that direction where you kind of don't need some type of like input where your phone can just unlock by you looking at it. We're going to get to a point where your phone just knows, hey, through GPS, you're going this fast. We're going to make sure that you have to slow down before you use this. Or at least
and Pokemon Go tried to do that.
Yeah, and it didn't work. Yeah. People are always going to get around shit, man. I don't know, man. You never know, dude. I would be very upset because I don't use my phone. I don't text a lot when I drive, but I like to use like the text to talk.
I use Spotify.
When driving.
Yeah, text to talk.
Spotify.
I mean, GPS, and I have everything done through Bluetooth, so I never look at my phone.
Every podcast app under the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me
especially on longer drives. It's like, yeah, okay.
I just think, I think there needs to be better implementation of phone to car. We'll probably get there. I think
we'll get there, but once we get there, there is definitely gonna have to be something like that you can also though get out of that mode too, though.
Right.
Because at the same time,
what if you can run really?
It's got to be special, yeah. Because there's got to be a special mode for other people too. Because I kind of want my ambulance driver to be able to use their phone if they need to use their phone.
Well, not only that, but you're getting into the levels of what if I'm just riding in the car?
That too, yeah.
You know what I mean? What if I'm riding on a bus? What if I'm riding in a train? You know what I mean?
We'll have all of the Tesla smart cars that will be able to read which seat you're sitting in and unlock it based on where you're sitting.
We'll be able to play Pokemon Go for you while you drive.
We're waiting for that seat to ass pressure technology, that sensor to come out.
Dude, my Jeep already has that. It can tell when you're sitting in it, and it'll beep your fucking seatbelt if you're sitting in it and you don't have your seatbelt on. Anyways, 15 people have died playing Pokemon Go. They probably deserved it. Who cares about them? Goodbye.
Damn.
Bungie admits
not to mention the other people that trespass.
Bungie admits hidden scaling system changes Destiny to XP gains and turns it off. This is coming out of PC Gamer, but it's been pretty much all over. I don't really know exactly what this system is.
So
didn't read the full
I
article.
heard about this earlier. I was listening to like a podcast and they were talking about it. So I think it's after you like level cap, you can get what the drops, whatever they are, when you essentially reach enough EXP
Yeah.
to level up. Which
It's
is like
he's okay. Like
8,000 EXP.
no, it's way less than that. It's like 100, or it was originally 100. You turn into like 3 sets of tokens and you got the drop.
Yeah, so apparently they had the thing where people noticed they were seeing the display that said you got whatever amount of XP, and they noticed the bar wasn't going the correct like amount that it should be usually. So Bungie got called out. They decided to take it out, and then they doubled the amount of XP you need for whatever that stuff was.
Right.
Because hey, it already takes way too long in that game to get loot that's worth your time anyway.
Yeah, so now that they can't slow you down, they're gonna just still find a way to slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
Can they not do anything right with this game?
No, they can't. Well, now they're trying to keep their player base there as long as possible. That's what this move is for. They know that people are dropping left and right. So they're like, we need to keep them playing this game. So we're going to have to push all this stuff back. So they essentially keep playing it.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you got to do nothing longer.
Like I said, man, like I was so hyped for it, and then as soon as I started playing, and when I saw like max level characters in the same zone as my starting level character, I was like, and that's it for me.
So it's Destiny 1 all over again.
That's because it's also because EDZ, which is the starting zone, is by far the most fleshed out zone. It's like by far the most fleshed out world, and it's the world that you want to stay on because it's pretty. Yeah.
All the other
the other ones are just tiny.
Yeah, they just make no sense at all. So
they released an incomplete game again.
There's an update here. It says Bungie has posted a message saying the XP awards in Destiny 2 are in fact scale based on the activity being performed, but that, quote, after reviewing our data, we agree that the system is not performing the way we'd like it to. Currently, XP will scale up when playing longer or fixed duration activities like Crucible, competitive multiplayer matches, and the Leviathan raid, and XP will scale down when playing activities that can be quickly, repeatedly chained, like grinding public events. We are not happy with the results, and we've heard the same from the community, Bungie wrote. Effective immediately, we are deactivating this system.
Don't let that fool you. They're not happy with the results only because the community said something.
Yeah.
If the community hadn't said shit, they wouldn't have done shit.
Right. That's usually how it goes with these companies. It's a shame, man.
Why spend more man hours why spend more man hours and effort on something that to improve something that nobody would notice? Did we
tell you that we also patented a special secret formula to make you give us more money? Activision.
I think once Anthem comes out, I think people are going to leave Destiny 2. Anthem is probably going to take them.
Want to play that
to be different, just because it's different and it's not Destiny. And
so
honestly, if you're going to play Destiny, right now, play Warframe.
So
what systems
basically
are Anthem coming out on?
Basically, when you say Anthem, you really mean Monster Hunter World, right? Dude, I'm gonna.
Anthem's an EA game that remind you.
Yeah, but
so it doesn't have loot boxes.
It will. It will.
Look
100%.
so pretty though. So it might also just end up being Destiny 2, which is a very pretty game with nothing to do.
Who's the dev behind Anthem? That I don't know. Let's find out. It's BioWare.
I was gonna say I thought it was BioWare because it was from the guys who made Borderlands. I thought
that doesn't mean shit.
True.
And they're using the
that literally engine. That used to hold weight. It does not
that means
anymore.
We have one guy who was on the developer team at some point. So now it's from the makers of.
Yeah, we have one guy that was originally on the original Dragon Age, the only good Dragon Age, and then then a team full of people. The EA.
We have this one guy who worked. He worked at Blizzard for a week, so it's from the makers of WoW.
Yeah, he was a janitor at the Blizzard offices.
Yeah, this company that employs 10,000 people. He was one of them for a week.
Welcome
so
everybody.
It's from the makers of now.
Dude, BioWare used to be such a good company, man.
They fucked up, dude.
They used to be such a good company.
They
They made
fucked
so
up.
many
They
good
made
games.
Knights of the Old Republic.
They made Knights of the Old Republic.
It's still such a good game.
Jade Empire was really great.
Let's
Oh
see.
man.
The original
Mass Effect
Dragon
What
series.
Age,
happened?
Mass Effect 1 and 2.
series.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, yeah. Yeah,
But
they
that
kinda
EA
imploded.
though, am I
They
right?
imploded. Baldur's
company,
Gate.
huh?
EA and BioWare together just don't seem to work anymore.
No, they
No.
don't.
It never
Really?
did.
Get rid of that.
It never
I
did.
mean,
don't
Mass
say.
Effect 1 and 2.
I'm
Dude,
just
EA
saying when
is
they
having a hard
acquired
time.
when EA acquired them, Dragon Age 2 came out, and that game
It's true.
that
It's very
game
true.
was a fucking pile of shit, is what that game was.
All right, last gaming story before we head off into the tech section.
And let's be real, this is the most important one.
This is the most important one. H3H3 has a new character set, the popular YouTubers, Ethan and Hila, in the game Payday 2. Oh, I didn't mean to play the music there. So this is pretty cool. I've never played Payday nor Yeah, so the
I think it's
character
so cool.
model for Hila
Yeah.
is
Just
not
big,
it's so
big.
bad, dude. She
Oh,
looks
dude,
like a
they're
man.
both great. Yeah, no, that's the point.
She looks like a fucking dude.
Like they tried
She
to
look like a man.
Yeah, no, they tried to like half do it memey and half do it serious because Payday 2 is a serious game. So they had to keep it somewhat serious, but like this makes me want to play Payday 2 again. Because they
Is it
also
good?
did probably like 100 hours worth of voice acting for both of them. Like both of the characters have all of like any voice line you could think of.
How
Like they
even
did a
get
huge
involved in
amount of
this?
work for it.
I don't think they've ever like played this game. I don't think.
Oh,
were
I think- no,
Payday
they
2
have.
dudes. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
think it's awesome because like they seriously even did a bunch of voice line work and everything to like just it's kind of great but kind of hilarious just like hearing like Ela just scream out sniper and then Ethan will just say something and you're just like, all right, Ethan, like I love you, but like it's just like everything, like half of his lines he's trying to be serious are still just like you can tell he's just trying not to laugh the entire time because he feels like he's talking about like a toaster or just some mundane object.
Have you played Payday 2?
Yeah, I dabbled with it a bit.
Is it good? Like, what's the game? I've never. Played
Yeah, it's
it.
good.
Oh, it's like you're doing heists. It's like a 4-player co-op thing where you do heists. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Left 4 Dead.
I like
kinda thing.
heists. I'm a huge heist guy.
Oh well, you like
Yeah, no,
Payday,
you like it.
and it's probably cheap as fuck right now. You probably buy it for like $5 or something.
Yeah.
Imagine on
No,
Steam.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just 4-player heist co-op. But like it's mostly pretty serious. So that's why this is also even weirder.
So, are you playing
For-
against computer? Or you're playing against
Yeah.
AI? Oh, okay.
Like think of
Left 4 Dead.
I was gonna say it's Left 4 Dead, but Grand Theft Auto heist
Okay.
DLC.
Yeah.
It's
I could be
4
into it.
players. Wink, wink. Wink.
Yeah,
Why are you
And-
winking?
It's coming to the Switch, which is really
You just-
weird.
Is it
You
really?
just say, "Why are you winking?"
Yeah. Why did you wink after?
I
you
don't
said
know.
4
Why would
players?
4 people play a
I don't
4-player
know.
game
Oh.
ever?
I wonder what 4 people could play this really cheap game that you could probably run on any PC by now.
Should we
Who
play?
knows?
Should we play and we can be the Ethan and Hila player pack?
Maybe I'm winking because of that. Maybe I'm winking because I might be having a stroke. Who knows?
I thought you were like talking about some inside joke that I wasn't aware of.
Dude, it can
Yeah,
go
the
either
joke
way.
is that we need to play something that's 4 players.
I mean, we all have Destiny. We can get back into that, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Good games with 4 players. I'm down to play Cards Against Humanity later. Is all I'm saying.
I'm down for anything, dude. I'm in gaming mode these past few days. Actually, I've been
Wayne
playing.
is DTF.
I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege and getting back into that. I got the new operators because there's a new. They just announced they're doing more DLC. I think it's like year 2 right now. Dude, that game is so good. That game is so fucking good. I keep forgetting.
Let me know next
how
time
good
you
it
play.
is.
I'll play it with you.
Yeah. I was been playing on PS4, but I also have it for PC. It's one of the rare games that I have on 2 different consoles because I love it that much. It's fucking fun, man. You guys should get it. We could play that for sure. What do you guys think about that?
You know what I don't
I'm alright
like?
with that.
You know what I don't like?
What?
Looking on Steam to try to figure out how much Payday 2 is right now, and all it has is like the play now button.
So
like,
what
come
happens
on,
if you
just
press play now?
it installs and you play now.
So it's free?
No, what I mean, you can look at it on yours.
Let me see.
I was just looking at it to see the price to tell you how cheap it was, but yeah. Like it says that the ultimate bundle is $16.98 or $16.94. So I guess they took out the price of the game in mind.
Oh, I see. So the base game is free, I'm assuming?
Is it? You
wait.
originally had to pay for it.
Oh, maybe you can't get the base game.
But you can get all DLC for $5
This is interesting. You can't.
because you can't buy almost any of it because it comes with the bundle.
Yeah, you can't just get the game. You have to get the bundle, it looks like. Oh, wait. No, hold on. I think this is confusing.
I got super confused.
This doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, I think you can only buy the bundled version now. You can't buy like the original version, I think.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Well, the
you gotta
bundled
buy the
version is
bundle.
super cheap anyway, so.
Yeah, it's $20.
I mean, yeah, $20 will get you Payday 2 and let's see, I'm still got like 25, maybe 30 DLCs.
That's insane.
And then you can pay an extra $5 for H3H3.
All right.
That value, though.
I think that's it for the gaming section. I don't think there's anything else, right? Just a short one. We've been an hour. This should be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just do the next one really quick too because it's
You-
my dad's birthday, so I gotta go give him cupcakes. Apparently,
Oh, happy
You know-
birthday to your dad.
Yeah.
he's just
happy
texting. He's just
birthday.
texting me. It's my birthday. Bring me cupcakes.
You know it's my birthday, right?
What?
Cupcakes, please.
The only thing I can say is next week I will have a lot of footage for Xenoblade Chronicles 2
Oh,
because
yeah.
I am taking Friday off of work to play that game all weekend long.
Goddamn, son.
I had a
No
lot
lie.
of
The
vacation
thing
time,
is
so-
you still won't beat it.
oh God, no! I'm not even gonna get close. I'm gonna throw 30 hours into it this weekend, and I will be maybe
No.
a fourth of
third.
the way close
Yeah,
to being
third or a
finished.
fourth.
Fuck
It's gonna be
all that
great.
noise. All right. Well, if you want to stay tuned. Tech show coming up. Goodbye if you are only watching the gaming section. Peace, peace.